People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian. Come on.
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian. Come on.
There's always just that active red line defending. I think it's like.
I'm alive, of course I'm live. People deluded, I'm back again. First things first, appreciative to the Twitch gang. Large up yourselves. Appreciative to all the support you lot give me across everything I do on Twitch and also YouTube, man. DG Nation, we're growing every day. We've come a long way and we keep doing the thing, man. So yeah, appreciative to you lot, people. One love to the Twitch gang. Obviously, if you're like myself in the United Kingdom, good morning. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and of course, good night, man. I hope everyone's doing well and safe. Hope everybody's, having a good start to the week, having a progressive start to the week. Health is wealth. If you ain't got your health, you're dead. Simple as that, people. So I hope you and your loved ones got your health, man. And in terms of goals, hopes, dreams, ambitions, aspirations, I'm wishing you the best of luck, man. So yeah, man, it is what it is, man. So yeah, man, obviously, it's been the international break. One love to everyone that was there yesterday. We watched a lot of football. We watched the penalties between Senegal and Egypt, and we saw a bag of lasers. Ghana versus Nigeria. Thomas Partey scored, and Ghana win on away goals. Obviously Portugal into the World Cup after beating Macedonia, courtesy of a brace from Bruno Fernandes. What a goal the second was. Lovely assist by Jota. Technically, Ronaldo's got an assist as well. Saliba got another appearance for France. Guendouzi scored. Martinelli's doing nice little skills for Brazil at high altitude in Bolivia. It's been a good weekend for Arsenal. Well, I say weekend, I mean international break. It's been good for us. And obviously, you've seen stuff's going on. Yesterday, I saw that Roman Abramovich allegedly was poisoned and things. We're going to get into all of this stuff. You know me, I got a bag of tabs open. Simply put, we just have to maneuver through it, man. But before that, we have to respect you lot, man. And I appreciate you lot tuned in. What you lot saying? Big up myself, man. People deluded. Good morning, folks. Big up the Twitch gang. Let's have a great stream. Amen, fella. All rise for the national anthem. As a South African, I'm not even angry about last night. As a nation, we need to accept football ain't for everyone. We need to encourage other sports like tennis. Don't say that, Andrew, man. Football for everybody, man. If Osimhen can pattern his technical attributes a bit better, such as tighter touch and closer ball control, as well as learning to stay on side, he's clear. Trust, mainly staying on side for me. I know a lot of people, if he was a stock, he's probably dipped a bit just based off of yesterday. England fans booing Maguire. Another thing we're going to talk about is a weird flex. I don't get it at all. I understand if United fans are booing him and that because he's been shit, but at the same time, you don't need to bring your laundry to the national team. And it was just unneeded, really and truly. And yeah, it's just unneeded. He's in an England shirt. I mean, Harry Maguire has been part of a team that's got to a Euros final. And, he's not nearly been as bad in an England shirt as he has been in a United shirt. So it's a bit of a weird one. I did find the people coming out in terms of the footballers a bit cringy. So yeah, man. Obviously, South Africa got sourced. There's no shame in getting sourced to France. Big up Uncle Righty, of course, 100%. Yesterday, I got to meet the man, the myth. You trust me, man. One of you editor dons, like how you made the intro, you got to pattern that, man. That's why I'm late, man. Who do you think you are throwing Uncle Righty into the intro? Shit, man. I'm just trying to be better than I was yesterday, man. Price gone up, though. Yesterday's price, not today's price, still. And disclaimer behind the news, I asked him to do it again because first time the energy weren't there. But let's spin it again. That's actually why I started a bit late because you lot can't see, but on stream, I'm seeing stars. Sorry, people, I'm seeing stars. But yeah, on Streamlabs, I don't know why it wasn't uploading, so I had to just re-export it essentially, man. So yeah.
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian, man. Come on. Like, it's normal. It's like one more time. It's surreal, isn't it?
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian, man. Come on. Yeah, talk to me nice, man. For the next week, I'm in cloud nine, man. Booing is unacceptable, but Southgate's saying we should support every player is wrong. England have had some scumbag throughout the years. Boy, people, listen, I think it's unneeded, but people are allowed to support as much as they want. Again, I'm reaching a bit, but booing doesn't necessarily mean you're not supporting. But obviously, in Arsenal being booed, we're still supporting the team, but is what it is. Oh, yo, Jonathan, chill with certain comments. Allegedly, he was allegedly poisoned people. So we're gonna get into everything. Feel no sort of way, man. Have no fear, man. DG's here. We're gonna get into everything. We're not gonna get into a damn thing if I cannot find my. You can delete these. We're not gonna get into a damn thing if I can't find my timestamps enough. Oh well. I didn't know I had these things to talk about. Let's get that one up there. Sorry, folks. Again, get some more stuff to speak about with you lot. Let's slide that one. Are you sliding? No, you're not on the sliding thing. Here you go. Bish bash bosh, slap you there. JOAO. No, we don't need that. We've got that. Yeah, I think we've got everything now. Sorry, folks, just making sure everything is cushy for you lot. Oh, let's get that one there. Let's get that one there. Technical, well, not even technical difficulties, just making sure, you know, I love to speak about everything and any damn thing related to football with you lot, people. So yeah, I think that should cover us. Where's my timestamps now? Okay, we're back on job. Let's say 6 minutes in. Let's start with Arsenal, man. I can't lie. Let's start with the Arsenal nonsense that I've got, people. Like, you know, again, hopefully there's no copyright laws when this is re-uploaded onto YouTube. But where Twitch is concerned, everything's cushy, man. Everything seems to be cushy. First things first, let's start with Big Thomas Partey. Pardon me. Obviously, he scored. Why away goals take place when the World Cup's at stake, I don't know. But Partey's upgrading. He's keeping it on the floor, and you know, obviously, he's playing better for Arsenal. He's making a difference for his country. One up, Partey, man. One love, man. It's love to see him one up in himself and doing quite well now, man. Forgiving himself for his past failings, and now he's going. So yeah, that's one for the Arsenal lads. Obviously, Martinelli sees him, man.
His preferred pick, I think. World Cup and
Come on.
Copper, it tends to be Allison who plays.
I love Arsenal fans. We're shameless, bro. Man keeps spinning these things. Yeah, hey, never on a first date basis, but Uncle E is cool, man. Hey, man, one day you just need to meet Thierry Henry. Hey, goal! Shameless thing. Goal, Martinelli, goal. Look at my man in Bolivia running up and down, you know, higher altitude and that. Running about. Look at the skillers. I've never seen skills like that in my life. What a ball. What a great ball. I'm shameless. Martinelli. Whoa, great save by the keeper, man. It's more a great save than a finisher than anything. Oof. Nah, he's offside. He's offside. It's a good save for the keeper, man. Martinelli's done everything he can. What a great save from the keeper, man. Shameless. Hey, oi. Samba thing. Oi. Ooh. Imagine. And Arsenal were shameless, man. Remember when we lost to Liverpool, but Van Dijk got dribbled against Pepe and we kept spending. Ay, they say he's not a real Brazilian in terms of the flickers and that. Are you mad? He's loading. He should have scored. Martinelli still raw with it, but I love it. Look, hey, safe. Only Ronaldinho can do them things there. Oi, ref, that's a pen. Surely that's a pen. I don't know why that's not given. Hey, man. Best nutmeg I've seen in all time. What a ball as well. Poor run from the striker. Oh, look at the vision. Martinelli, scary. Look at the close control. Scary. Oh, what a pass. Scary. A true phenomenon. Oh, what a pass. What a pass. Vision. Oh, whoa, 1-2. Look, give and go. Someone should be darting across there. That the man should have a goal. You know I'm shameless when it comes to Martinelli. But yeah, man. Obviously, that's the first time I actually got to watch that. Obviously, shameless Arsenal fans. BS skills. Odegaard season, who's been doing all right for Norway as well. But look, hey, woi. Is that it though? Wait. It went through it. Bang. Shameless. So we've got that already. Oi, shush, man. Shush. You're upsetting me. Shush. Obviously, he's gone. But you know I love Guendouzi. 2 games in this international break. He scored in the dying embers against South Africa. He got an assist yesterday. Again, yesterday we saw Mbappe's finishing this game. It was mess. Shout out Saliba for playing as well. That's how I look at Guendouzi. I mean, it's a shame that he ain't here, man. Oh, what a finish. I can't lie. I haven't seen something like that since Lionel Messi, if I'm honest with you. What a finish from Guendouzi. So, yeah, it is what it is. And obviously, the good times keep coming. Hey, yo, what? Pepe obviously scored against France as well. Just keep up the Arsenal propaganda when that game got spanned. Yo, stop. Big man, chill out. Too much noise. And obviously, Amden Park saw Tierney score a while ago. Goal, Tierney, goal. Oh, Tierney, goal. The flying Scotsman, the best Scotsman in the league, the best Scottish fullback in the league. Argue with yourselves. You're done now. It's been a good time for Arsenal. Shameless. You can see I'm very shameless, but yeah, man. Perfect way to get that. Let's say about today. It is what it is where Martinelli is concerned. Now we're going to have to get into the other bits and pieces, bits and bobs, man. What are you lot saying? I see you lot. I think I see people arguing. Partey about to take low shots for Arsenal. He's improving. The shots are staying down. Still need to cop the Brazil jersey. Trust. How come Edison don't play for Brazil? I don't know, man. You know, Edison or Allison it's a tough one, really. Would love to defend Martinelli. Would take him out my back pocket end of game. I'll take your word for it, lad. Listen, the guy Martinelli does nothing wrong, man. You lot, why is Xhaka catching strays? All right, big up Serge Aurier as well. It's Aurier doing Aurier things, you know. Big up Raheem Sterling and that as well. But yeah, let me not close them tabs because once this goes on to thingy, there's gonna be copyright claims and whatnot. But let's get in. Let's get into stuff, man. Let's get into stuff. Let's take this international break thoughts. So yeah, man. Let's go. Where do we start? Okay, we've cleared that. We start here, folks. In fact, now, bro, you know, etc. Dark arts at its finest from Senegal. What I will say is poetic justice. Egypt keep playing for penalties and they keep stinking up the place. You know, I can't lie. There's hella lasers in Salah's eyes, but Salah's a supreme penalty taker, and it was horrible, really. And it was horrible. It was hella horrible. But you know, and again, not only does Mendy save a penalty, but Salah also scores the winner. And you know, Salah was talking quite bossy in the build-up to this game. His teammate has his number once again. The Egyptian FA has accused Senegal fans of racism and attacking the team bus. First things first, we condemn racism. You know, so anyone's being racist, being a flipping twat, no need for that. Anyone attacking the team bus, no need for that. You know, you don't want to see fans putting themselves and players at danger, storming the pitch after the defeat. So yeah, man, in relation to Nigeria. But apparently the Egyptian FA says its players and Mo Salah in particular were the subject of racist abuse from Senegal fans during the World Cup playoff game. It's also claimed Senegalese fans threw bottles and rocks at players during the warm-ups and attacked the team bus as it approached the stadium. The Egyptian national team have been exposed to racism with offensive signs in the stands against the Egyptian players in general and Salah in particular. The crowd also intimidated the players. The Egyptians' group buses have also been exposed to assaults that led to broken windows and injuries, filled with pictures and videos as proof of the complaint submitted FIFA's been contacted for comment. I very much doubt they've had anything to say. Where again, to say I condemn racism, condemn putting people's lives at risk is an understatement. It's muggy in it. There's no need for this. And as you lot know, as Salah waited to take his spot kick, lasers could be seen shining on his face. And it appears that some home fans with lasers, Salah also missed his penalty, blazing his penalty over the bar. Boy, it was brazy. And these are the qualified teams for the World Cup. Qatar, who are the host nation. So default settings, you've got Germany, Denmark, Brazil, France, Belgium, Croatia, Spain, Serbia, England, Switzerland, Netherlands, Arabia, Ecuador, Uruguay, Canada, Ghana, Senegal, Portugal, Poland, Tunisia, Morocco, and Cameroon. Did I say Ghana? Ghana should be. Where's Ghana? Oh yeah, Ghana's there. Now I wonder, Hudson Odoi, Lamptey, you man need to go. You lot on the best of days, you man should be doing up the Ghana thing. I wonder if there's a World Cup there. There's an opportunity there. I know Nigeria have gone out and their golden generation or the homegrown talents. When I say homegrown, I mean the same way you've got British Caribbeans, British African descent people. Nigeria kind of have to sit out the next World Cup, but they're developing. You kind of want Ghana to do that as well. And for me, I can't lie, man. I know people can look at it on a fickle thing beyond the obvious with Ghana and England, but you saw the scenes all over Ghana. The players, the fans, them, everything. Being a part of that is crazy. Going to a World Cup is crazy. Going to a World Cup with the motherland is crazy. So for some of these players, you got something to consider. I'll be looking at man shameless. Like what, you want to do this thing now? You weren't trying to do it, but still, I think there's an opportunity there for certain people. And it'll be interesting if Ghana play Canada, because Alphonso Davies, I swear he's of both continents as well. So yeah, man, everyone deserves to be there. I know Bonucci's been very critical on how the South American teams qualify. You lot lost to Macedonia, bro. Italy, shut up, man. You lost to Macedonia. The very fact that your World Cup entry hinges on winning or losing to North Macedonia shows where you're at. Meaty, but yeah, that's all the clubs, all the teams that have qualified. Tunisia, Morocco, and Cameroon, if I did not say such as well. And big up the Senegalese gaffer as well, man. Want everyone to do well, especially the motherland regions. But yeah, in terms of other international bits and bobs, people, I scored, as Holland and Germany drew, as you lot can see there. Muller also scored. Spain beat Albania 5-0. Belgium beat Burkina Faso 3-0. France beat South Africa 5-0. 3-2 in the Turkey-Italy game. Turkey lost, after taking the lead, and Italy came from behind. That kind of shows you everything, really. And again, it seems like Donnarumma, again, for North Macedonia, he had a mare. For PSG's had a mare. And it seems like, although I ain't seen the highlights, just by reading that, the young man's had another mare. Christian Eriksen did bag again, and it's lovely to see. Denmark 3, Serbia 0. Portugal 1-2-0 against North Macedonia. A double from Jota, as we already discussed. Poland beat Sweden 2-0. I think that's now 75 goals for Lewandowski at international level. Madman settings, really and truly. Just crazy stats, innit? I don't know why I've got this additional Sky Sports thing up. We're going to get into the Maguire stuff. I'm pretty sure I've got things. So, yeah. But just before that, double from Bruno, not Jota. Apologies, man. We watched the game. Bruno Fernandes, apologies, man. Like I said, the second goal with the assist from Jota was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. I do think I'd be a bit vexed with the gaffer if I was Bruno to not let man have a hat-trick, but it is what it is. So, yeah, man. Because he feels that the South American teams have to do less, which there is something in what he said, considering some of the losses some people took, but it's literally down to the lottery. It's how it's done, isn't it? Like, they can't help literally being in South America. What are they trying to say? What, less South American teams? Bro, man are out. Like, that's simple as that. Italy complaining when the Euro gets the most spots and African teams got to go to playoffs to qualify after winning their groups. He's capping, man. Like, you're just out, bro. Like, you're just out. It's just some dead entitlement thing. Roman Abramovich asked, are we dying after he was poisoned at peace talks? As experts say, first world chemical agent. I can't say that, but a mad thing was used, didn't it? And apparently, you know, when I actually saw this, obviously I was meeting Ian Wright, so I couldn't do a video, but you saw things like some of the symptoms. He went blind for like an hour or so. It was crazy, people. For what it's worth, allegedly, you know, he's still trying to peace talk thing. But Roman Abramovich asks, "Are we dying after being poisoned with a chemical agent at the Ukraine-Russia peace talks?" It has emerged. The former Chelsea owner was suffering severe symptoms after coming into contact with this chemical warfare agent. Apparently, this journalist who led the research into the shocking incident said a team of experts agreed the wartime chemical was the most likely one used in the attack. It has since emerged the billionaire felt so unwell that he asked the scientists examining him if he was dying. Abramovich and other peace negotiators suffered debilitating symptoms, including temporary blindness, on a mission in early March to Kiev, seeking an Rich required hospital treatment in Istanbul after flying to Turkey from the talks in Ukraine. One theory for the alleged poisoning is that hardliners close to Vladimir Putin wanted to disrupt peace talks and prolong the war. Maybe anything's possible. Like, do I still have it, people? Like, I was reading the City. I'm taking this out of rubbish for you lot. I was reading the City AM yesterday, yeah, and there was like, basically, if it's there, it is. I'm not going to read this all out to you, but long short of it, people. Again, as we know, if you can control the media, you can control the rhetoric. Russia's Novaya Gazeta to close until the end of the war. This, long story short, this is a Russian-based newspaper, and I think the owner won a new one of the editors won the Nobel Peace Prize. Now, there's been a new law, long story short, put into Russia, obviously dictating how you tell the news and whatnot. And these lot have been hit with this new law and several measures. So they've actually, this, for me anyways, from reading this, what I got is they're one of the only news people that are trying to not necessarily pick a side, but comment on what's happening. And they're kind of being crippled. As you know, you control the media, you can control the narrative. And that's shown in England. It's not just Russia and North Korea and them sort of places there. That's shown in England. As you can see, it's monopolized with you know, when you look beneath the hood of who owns these media things, that's another way looking at it. And, you know, everything could be on the table. You know, Roman Abramovich could have been poisoned by his own dons. It could have been Ukraine trying to take him out. I don't know, people, really and truly. Oh, Jadon Sancho. Oh, that ain't Jadon Sancho. That's some don from Love Island. But yeah, man, on a serious note, it's looking mad, isn't it? So yeah, man, it's nice to see that people are still alive. No one's lost their lives beyond the obvious in that regards, because we don't need to see any more of that. But allegedly, people, you know, he was still spotted in Istanbul for peace talks, people. So yeah, man, obviously he's still trying to do his thing after being poisoned. So yeah, there's that. In relation to Harry Maguire being booed, Gareth Southgate said, "I thought the reception was an absolute joke." Now, Jordan Henderson, Jack Grealish, Southgate, and everybody else, I think Declan Rice as well, have condemned the treatment of Harry Maguire. And I'm not going to lie, I do like the togetherness within the England camp for all of the players and how they move. And I do think it was harsh to boo him. Like I said, United fans are entitled to boo a man, in it, but respectfully, he's not in a United shirt. It is what it is, man. People get worse than this. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, a couple of footballers, even some at United, have had it worse than this. You got booed, fuck it, man. It must hurt, but you got to remember there was plenty of people who probably didn't boo you, even though I'm not gonna say you're gonna be able to hear them, because if they're not booing, they're just watching the game. I lie. So I don't know what's going on there, but Southgate is hit out at it, people. Regardless, people. He said, "I thought the reception was a joke, an absolute joke. The way he performed for us has been absolutely phenomenal. I don't get it. We're either all in this together or we're not. He's in an England shirt. And not only should you support a player in an England shirt regardless, but when you've played at the level he has for us and put in performance he has, it should be a total commitment behind him. I don't get it." Tyrone Mings has condemned it as well. You're allowed to criticize. You know, supporting doesn't mean just breading. His performance was pretty faultless, really. He stepped out from the back really well for the first goal, was involved in the second one too. So yeah, the team are totally united. We recognize everyone has difficult moments, but he's a top player and he'll come through it. And I like to see you back here, guys. They are real England fans, and some are influenced by whatever social media or players that played previously who are influenced opinion. The club situation is obviously very different, but he's in an England shirt. I remember decades ago, a few players being booed in an England shirt. It's never been acceptable for me. Fans should always get behind their team. I mean, let's be honest, you know, I think we have seen both in society, you're English on condition for some, and we saw with Jadon Sancho, Marcus Rashford, and Bukayo Saka. You know, you're supported at a whim, and at the same time, you know, there's that, and then you're seeing what's going on with Maguire. Really, there are some nasty folk out there, people. Maguire's got to be water off a duck's back, because at the end of the day, people, you know, I'm not being funny, Maguire. You get criticized a lot. At some point, you've got to stop taking it in, as much as it hurts, really and truly. Southgate added, don't think for 1 minute the other players won't be looking at and thinking that could be me one day. We've already seen it with predominantly the black players for a completely different reason, you know. So, like he said, that happened with John Barnes here, happened with Ashley Cole a couple of times, it happened with Sterling and now Harry. They're all outstanding players. So, how is that going to benefit anyone? I don't really understand. We're united as a team. We need a Harry Maguire playing well if we're going to have a chance of doing well in the winter, because we're not going to win a World Cup with a load of players that have 3 or 4 caps, which is true. That's not happening in the history of the game. So we need our experienced players playing well, particularly in those positions of the field. He's top quality, in my opinion. He's the best centre-back at his club as well. I mean, you know, I like to see the support of Southgate, but bloody hell, Varane's there. You know, and even if he is the best performing, the best centre-back at the club, he's not playing the best. Where this is all starting or being fed, I'm not sure, but it's ludicrous. It's almost like every time he steps on the pitch, every action is analysed to death. I can't remember a player having that sort of spotlight on them at any point. You're capping with that. Even though you're right, the last bit, I can't remember a player having that sort of spotlight on them at any point. You're chatting the most shit. But anyways, it is what it is. Don't no one care what Robert Green has to say on this matter. So I'm just going to close that one there. He said it's an absolute joke. I mean, it kind of reiterates what we've just seen. Well, we don't need to listen to that because we've seen it. So, yeah, it's peak for Harry Maguire, isn't it? What else is there? We'll get into that. Apparently, referees are set to train with Premier League clubs people from next season in a bid to improve. That's a new one. Thanks to a proposal put forward by United interim boss Ralph Rangnick. Referees could soon start training with clubs thanks to a proposal put forward by Manchester United boss Ralph Rangnick. Amid concerns from the officials are the only, literally, you can't criticize officials. You can criticize players, managers, even though pundits and journalists are protected. And I remember how a lot of them, remember when we played Spurs once, a lot of them criticized Ozil. Ozil hit back and then they started doing the woe is me thing. You can criticize everyone's but referees. And literally, you cannot criticize referees. If managers say anything, if you tweet something, there's literally laws that state you can't say this and question their integrity, despite the fact of they're human beings. They were Zaha's a diver and I'm a referee. That unconscious bias is gonna play a part. So refereeing will never improve in this country. It's a joke at all levels, literally at grassroots all the way to the top. You know, and that can't be a coincidence, really and truly. For what it's worth, though, Ralph Rangnick told a recent summit between managers and referees that officials should train with clubs to allow players to get to know them rather than only seeing them during matches. Fuck with VAR thing, you know. Again, it's looking very brazy because you know you've got you know what's his name, Mike Dean's moving there. There's going to be a lot of who agreed that refs should be given access to elite level facilities at Premier League clubs. While details are yet to be ironed out, such a move would see officials permitted to use facilities at clubs. I mean, you can't see how this could question mark integrity. They could referee training ground matches as part of an attempt to build a better understanding. That's some more bullshit. You know, apparently Nuno Espirito Santo absolutely dug into Joe Hart. He said, I don't want you playing 1 minute. You're too slow, too old. You've got no strength. Brutal. Joe Hart has revealed how a brutal critique of his abilities by Tottenham manager Nuno Espirito Santo left him considering retirement. He told him he wouldn't play a single minute more for the club. At least, you know what, honesty is honesty. And he's done well to get a role for himself at Celtic. Still makes mad errors. And to be fair, that's one thing Nuno probably isn't wrong about. There was a big change going on at Tottenham. They needed a lot of people out and a lot of people in. Nuno proceeded to call me in. I knew they were signing another goalkeeper, and I was like, do we need to have a conversation? He said that we'd speak after training. He was like, I'll speak first. Let's be absolutely clear. No matter what happens, you will not kick a ball this year. I had got on really well at the club, and people had brought into what I was trying to bring in, and I was like, okay, right, okay. He said, you'll be free to work with the sporting director to get yourself out. However you want to play it, play it. I said, just out of interest, remove yourself from the situation. You used to be a goalkeeper. How has it come to this? Why have I gone from being whoever I was to being completely surplus to requirements in the squad, not even being able to be back up to the first choice? Speak freely. He just went, in my opinion, we all reach a point in our career where the body won't allow you to play football. We're at it now. I would not feel comfortable with you playing 1 minute for me. The ball is too quick for you. You're too old. You're not moving. You've got no strength in your body. He literally buried me, and I'm laughing because whether I'm deluded or not, hey, I am. I was like, I don't agree with any of that. And that's one thing you should, and this shows you football's a funny old game of opinions, eh? I asked for your opinion. You have given it. It's not what I wanted to hear, and I'm going to take myself out of this situation. I literally went home, pardon me, and I'm completely baffled here. I think I'm done. I can't be asked anymore. I don't want to sit in a room anymore. I have said that to me by him. Okay, that was a madness there. And he went on to say 3 years of literally not knowing what the hell I'm doing. Bro, you went and rocked up there, really. Going in another direction, just constantly being volleyed in the face when all I'm trying to do is my best. I was like, I don't need this anymore. I'm strong. I'm healthy. I love football. I went home and said I'd prefer to play 30 charity games a year for anyone who would want me to play and go and give something back. I can't be asked anymore with chasing the ace. I like football, but I don't really like this anymore. Everyone who had my back couldn't really argue. They were like, I get what you are saying. I went back the next day and said, the first bit, you are the manager. You made, again, it is nobody wants to hear that, bro. That is harsh. Cool. It's nice to be able to finish my tea before it gets cold. But how is it out of order? He hasn't questioned you as a human being or as a man. He just said, I think you're slow. It's brutal. And maybe I think Nuno could have played the game. Joe Hart could have been your best friend. That could have been someone where Jose kind of played it. You're a side man, but you're my eyes and ears. You're my eyes and ears in the changing room. You're somewhat the teacher's pet sort of thing. And I think Nuno, the job was too, I don't know how the Tottenham job is too big, but it just showed respectfully to Wolves. There's certain things you can't, when you're trying to join a bit better team, you can't go on bad with certain things. You have to play the game. But I don't think anything he has said is wrong. Now, it's not what you wanted to hear, but it's not wrong. How is that out of order? It's done. I'm not going to be a problem. I intend to train hard every day and find some sort of solution. It was just dealing with another problem for him. He's the manager. I needed to clear wood. I was part of that wood. He made his decision and backed it. Good for him. He was the boss and I'm out. They said we'd be okay with you talking to them. I was like, cheers. I've loved it. I've loved every minute of it. I'm really happy to be here, and we do your thing, man, and you're playing. Nuno's chilling at yard, probably going to get a punditry job. So, yeah, man, it is what it is where that's concerned. Allegedly, Louis van Gaal has warned Erik ten Hag not to go to Old Trafford, people. Louis van Gaal has warned Manchester United target Erik ten Hag of a move to Old Trafford. He said he must choose a football club and not a commercial club. I mean, Erik ten Hag is a great coach, and that is always good for Manchester United. But Manchester United are a commercial club, so it's a difficult choice for a coach. He'd better go to a football club. I'm not going to advise him. He can call me himself, but he must choose a football club and not a commercial club. As we know, Manchester United are still eyeing up a new manager, a whole host of names. It appears Poch, ten Hag are the front runners, really. Sports national governing body survey concludes most sports failing badly on race representation. Really? Sky is blue. Grass is green. Really? I had no clue, fella. Bloody hell, mate. I can't lie, I wasn't planning on speaking about this. This was just on my own viewings, people. Apparently, João Laporta admits Barcelona tried to sign Joao Felix from Atletico last summer, people. What a move that potentially could have been had it have happened. He said he said, I really like JOAO Felix. It's a pleasure to see him playing football. Last summer, we were working to complete a swap deal between JOAO Felix and Griezmann. Then it collapsed. Crazy. So, yeah, that's that. I think that's, before we get into the transfer news, I think that's me. In fact, no, it's not. One, I really, you know what, I think Cesc Fabregas is going to be a manager one day, and I really like his comments. We live in a day and age of goals and assists. I like goals and assist stats, but again, it's for me how they're used to paint a narrative, belittle certain footballers, overrate certain footballers, and lie about performances. Really, it's all robots. You know, like he said, it's becoming robotic. There's no individuality. It's all systems. Football's always been about systems, but systems used to enhance the individual ability. Now it's just a game of chess, really. You know, you could be boring as fuck, but you know, and be a rubbish dribbler, but statistics will say you've completed 10 out of 10 dribbles, so you're amazing. Football has become robotic, and talent is being left behind. Says Fabregas, people. Let's hear what he says. Football has changed a lot. Football the change began 4 or 5 years ago. Now it's quite noticeable. I've had several trainers, and it's not happened to me with 1 or 2. It has happened to me with 4 and 5. This is here to stay. There are methodologies that have been based on many automatisms in which the coach basically tells you how far you have to pass the ball at all times. The player has to be placed in a specific place. A robotic game is being made, which is true. Then there is the GPS game. Many coaches and fans are obsessed with numbers. If you don't do those numbers, you're not ready to play. And again, you need both, in my opinion. And you're not ready to play, that if you rest, you have to do these numbers to maintain the level. Sometimes I'm a bit old school in this regard. I've lived great moments, great stages of my career, in which physically and emotionally, without training, I've had great seasons. And now it seems that you don't train, you can't be well. It's all based on science, numbers, and GPS. What the modern coach wants is competitiveness, that the football is physically at its best. It's NBA stuff. It is what it is. If one player is faster than another and the one who is a bit slower has more talent, he plays the stronger and faster guy. I do not have any doubt. You watch games and you know what's going to happen. A little pressure, a long ball behind the back, striker pushes it to the end, or for the midfielder to arrive, and it becomes very monotonous. I can't say that word, but it becomes boring in many teams. The obsession with numbers is what makes me see that talent is being left behind, or that it doesn't matter so much. Facts. And we need people like you to save the game, bro. We need people like you to save it, because it's gone. Football's gone. What we knew as football it's over, man. It's over. It truly is over. It's upsetting, but it is what it is, man. South American qualifiers are so much more tougher, though, even against the lower teams, man. True. I rate Southgate. I wouldn't say I rate, but yeah, man. I do think the champions from each continent should auto qualify for the World Cup, though. Nah, dead. For what reason? You know, earned on merit, man. And I love the controversy that this brings, really. You know, earn it on merit. I don't think anybody should be given a divine right. I don't even think the host nation should be given a divine right. While I understand it, though, I don't agree with it. I don't think you should be. You won the Euros. The Euros, if you win the Euros or Copa America, you know, that doesn't mean you should be entered into the World Cup, in my opinion. But the same logic kind of applies to the champs. Should referees be more accountable? I mean, it would be a lot nicer if referees could just come out and say, we're sorry, you know, or I made a mistake and things like that. You know, it would be nice, you know, if referees were held to the same account. But if you're a manager and you lose a game or lose a couple of games, your job's gone. If you're a journalist, typically chatting shit, you should be gone. If you're a pundit, you're gone. You know, if you're a manager, as I said, if you're a referee, you get rewarded for failing with, unless you do something really mad and something really baffling, you'll be managing you can mess up in one Premier League game, you're back the next week. Only in some incidences do we see someone's been demoted to the Championship or whatever, people. DG, what can the FA and social media do to stamp racism or vile comments to protect players? I don't think there's a damn thing you can do. People are always going to be sneaky in the flesh, in the stands. You know, they're not going to say it to their face, but when they're part of the mob, social media, I don't know what specifically, but something needs to be done. What I would say is probably just don't look at it, really, or have some serious filters, or do what I see Lokonga and a couple of players doing, that they literally, unless you're followed by them, you can't comment on their shit, really. At least, you know, you can't control it, but you can control what you see in that. But he was onto him. Pep rubbed him out. And what doesn't help Joe Hart is there's some memorable goals that have been slapped in. CESC calling out the Klops. I big up yourself, Kay, for finally joining the Twitch thing. Tiago said this too. Bear man, everyone can see it. Football's robotic. It's just the majority of the games played in midfield, clipped balls in behind. It's all robotic. Like, I'm a big fan of Trent Alexander-Arnold, Kevin De Bruyne, and Bruno Fernandes to a lesser degree on the other two. And I definitely feel for what it is, Kevin is a world-class player. Relative to Trent's position, he's a world-class player. But, you know, it's just spam shit nowadays. I'm going to try the same thing 100 times and it's going to work about 90 of them. It's not, there's nothing else to it really and truly. True. The second you mention COVID, they flag it up. The second you mention COVID on YouTube and that, demonetized video. So something can be done, but racism either doesn't make money or there's nothing to do with fixing it. So they don't care. Like, a lot of them have no emotional tie to it. A lot of them lack empathy. Don't give a fuck. Everything you see is like this for a reason, really and truly. Unfortunately, man, like it's really unfortunate, but it kind of is what it is. They definitely could stop it, man. Ollie about to start speaking out against us too. Boy, what else is going on in the world of football? Should we look at some transfer news as well, folks? Transfer news. Now, don't forget, I'm live at 11:30. That's on Twitch and YouTube. Again, make sure you've hit the like button. Allegedly, Arsenal are looking at Rafinha. Again, I don't buy it because, and Rodrigo, I don't buy Rafinha because it seems like he's getting Barcelona. But small hope, small hope, as you always have. Let's start looking at some transfer business, people. Why not? Got nothing else to do every. What was I gonna do? This one up as well. Oh, in fact, Sky Sports one's kind of rubbed. I can't cap. It's actually rubbed, so we're not gonna look at that one. But for what it's worth, allegedly, Rafinha in Barcelona transfer talks as Brazil winger ignores Leeds contract calls. We already know this. Rafinha is in talks with Barcelona over a summer move. Goal can confirm with the Brazilian discuss a contract extension. And to be fair, they're going to make a healthy profit on someone they spent 17 million euros on. Well, $22 million, 17 million pounds from Rennes in October of 2020. In, you know, the summer of 2022, 25-year-old is probably going to join for a decent fee. He's contracted until 2024. You know, it's a madness. Apparently, Go has learned that Deco is in the process of sorting out personal terms for Rafinha with Laporte. Rafinha is a player we really like, and it's true that Deco, his agent, when his client signs a deal, he's going to get paid. And if he really is helping you around Brazil, then he is, you know. Let's get Deco at the Emirates, really, because he's doing what I want Edu to do. I want to clarify that Deco, he's not paid by the club. He will just help us because he dominates the Brazilian market. As you know, PSG, Manchester United, Liverpool have been linked with Rafinha. Barcelona allegedly leading the race. Reports in Spain suggest Rafinha has a release clause of 75 million euros, while there's also a 21 million pounds clause in his contract that becomes active if Leeds are relegated, people. So make of that what you will with Rafinha. Is this just everybody's stuff? Juventus can't afford Pogba's wages. Juventus can't afford to cover Paul Pogba's wages and look set to back out of the race to sign the Manchester United midfielder as a free agent. The 29-year-old played at the Allianz Stadium between 2012, I'm just going to say Turin, 2012 and 2016. As you know, he earns 15 million euros per year at Old Trafford, but Juventus can only offer him 8, which is, you know, basically half his tig. So at 29, I don't know if he could do that. Apparently, Gareth Bale could look to sign a short-term deal with a club after he leaves Real Madrid. I mean, he's 32 years of age. Anyone trying to give him more than 6 months, 1 year with the option of 2 18 months, they're probably bugging out. And, I can't lie. I think Bale calls it a day after the World Cup, personally. I think he tries to maintain his fitness and whatnot going into the Winter World Cup, and then he keeps it moving. Allegedly, Chelsea, who haven't sorted out their owner, but allegedly it will be sorted out in April, are planning to join the race for Dybala. according to 90 Minute. As you know, Dybala, the 28-year-old, looks set to leave, and he's interested in Inter Milan, Barcelona, PSG. All the big boys are linked with him. Arsenal have submitted a bid allegedly for Feyenoord winger Sinstera. Can't say his name, but he does look a couple of goals this year in Holland. Milan, I believe AC Milan are interested in Eden Hazard, who I believe had surgery. I don't know how long he's going to be out for, but he's not played in an El Clasico. He's taken over. He's going to become the new Gareth Bale in terms of just collecting wages and whatnot. And unlike Bale, say, listen, I've done this and that. He hasn't done a damn thing. And listen, I don't like to see someone's dream become a nightmare. Hazard wanted to join Madrid. He's always wanted to join them. It ain't banged, in it, really. Valencia have set a 40 million asking price for Grisedes. Unfortunately, Borussia Dortmund are in talks to sign Karim Adeyemi as a potential Haaland replacement. Allegedly, there's advanced talks, and their CEO has refused to comment. He has said, though, when Haaland leaves, we will again find a new talent and develop it into a superstar. Man United and Liverpool are linked with Porto star Octavio, who we've seen doing all right for Portugal. Allegedly, Brighton are the latest team to show interest in Kilmarnock youngster Charlie MacArthur. So let's see what happens for that 16-year-old Scotsman. Dembele talks are to restart with Barcelona. So yeah, man, quite a poor day in terms of gossip. What else have we got? Timo Werner wants to leave Chelsea, and Chelsea will not stand in the 26-year-old's way, provided the £33 million asking price is met. Ten Hag, if he takes over at Manchester United, is keen on signing Ajax and Brazilian winger 22-year-old Anthony. Darwin Núñez allegedly will only be allowed to leave Benfica for 67 million this summer. Jude Bellingham's been linked with Real Madrid, which could be some move for him. I don't know if money's put down, it is what it is. I don't know if they're going to go for him compared to some of the other players. Offers are placed. It's crazy. Shout to Ericsson for playing football again for club and country. Brentford want to renew his deal. Brandon Williams says there's no point returning to Old Trafford to be a substitute. Barcelona have not yet made an offer for Rafinha, but personal terms have been discussed. Crazy. Chelsea, we already spoke with Dybala. A lot of this same recycled stuff. Barcelona still hope to complete the permanent signing of Adama Traore. Atletico Madrid could extend Griezmann's loan stay from Barcelona, but they're not prepared to let Joao Felix move. Liverpool and Chelsea are interested in PSG 17-year-old French playmaker Ismail Garbi, who I believe his contract's running out. Decent, techie little player. Torreira, as we know, is being allowed to leave Arsenal. Brighton are the latest English club to show an interest in 16-year-old Scottish striker Rory Wilson, who has 40 goals for Rangers youth side this season. He's been linked with Villa. So, yeah, man, Brighton are all over Scotland onto players, people. So, yeah, it is what it is where that's concerned. That ends the transfer talk, though, people. It doesn't seem like there's anything else to really speak about there. So, yeah, we'll close that one there, isn't it? Really? What are you lot saying? France rubbed out my boys the other night. I promise we're better than that. Boy, or the Martinelli and Odegaard balling out. Facts. It's crazy, man. Where else are we? Have we missed anything? Nah. We're set up perfectly for 11:30, people. So on that, I'm going to love and leave you lot, people. As I said, I'm back on Twitch in 33 minutes. Twitch and YouTube, that is. So make sure you're there for that one. It's been fantastic to be back here with the footy talks. Again, I'm here at 10 a.m., 11:30. I believe I should have Tapping Tobe Spurs fan at about 10 past 6 p.m. We're going to speak about the top four race, how he feels about his rivals in the top four race, Conte, etc., etc., etc. So it's a jam-packed day of content. Make sure you're following me on YouTube and Twitch. Most importantly, stay blessed, stay safe. And on that note, I'm out, man.
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian, man. Come on.
There's always that active red light defending. I think it's like